Santa baby, stay away from my wife. Santa baby, I've got a knife. Oh, I'm just being silly. That is one of my friends who sings changed the lyrics to a famous song for Christmas, Santa Baby. Well, tis the day before Christmas, and all through the house, through the Total OS house, not a creature was stirring, not even a Mac mouse. That's right, no Macs in this house. Okay, well, there's some macaroni and cheese and some wine for tomorrow, some cheesecake and some wine for tomorrow, some chicken and some, oh, never mind. Hello. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate, and wishing you the best of a new year. I am recording this, doing this the day before Christmas, because the morning before Christmas I'm doing what most people do, and that's doing laundry. Duh! No, seriously, I am doing laundry from Ohio. I'd rather be somewhere else. I'd rather be at Sanibel Island, cuddled up to a nice, warm teddy bear. Hey, this is a family channel, okay? What do you want from me? I hope all of you are doing well. I hope you guys had a fantastic year. Mine was, men's a men's, as we say in Italian, half and half. The bright side is my son hasn't blown up another engine. Gee, Dad, I didn't know cars need a water pump, need water. Kids, gotta love them. All right, so for this morning, as I'm doing laundry, seriously, I'm really doing laundry. Anyway, we're going to take a look at Lubuntu. It's almost as fast as Chrome OS Flex. Of course, Chrome OS, the champ of the lightweight Linuxes, and the world's only true global Linux standard, the Chromebook. Fantastic machines. Hang on as I take a sip, another cup of coffee here. What would life be without coffee, right? And Italians. Okay, enough of that. By the way, the background music, if you hear it, it's by Dad. Thank you, Dad, and Merry Christmas to you there in Italia. Italia. Okay, enough of that. I don't know if anybody's going to be in the stream this morning. This wasn't scheduled, so looking at there's nobody in the chat, but that's okay. That's all right. I'll catch all of you guys sometime later. Like I said, this was unscheduled. I have about a half hour before I need to start. I actually need to go to the grocery store and get some stuff. Anyway, we're going to talk about Lubuntu. I've taken a look at this before many moons ago. It's almost a forgotten Linux. You know, your Ubuntus, Kubuntus, you know, take the news most of the time, it seems, when it comes to the Ubuntus. Other flavors, of course, but Lubuntu, the L is for the lightweight Linux, the LXQT desktop, which we'll take a look at here in a moment. And again, I had Chrome OS Flex installed on this one, on this gateway machine from 2013. However, Chrome OS Flex does not have Android support. The Chromebooks do. I tried, what did I try? Somebody said to try Fide OS, and that was so slow, and it kept crashing. I said, forget about it. All right, transitioning here, of course, I did have to install OBS Studio. As you see here, those of you watching this podcast, had to install this OBS to do all of this stuff, and it seems to be working quite well. Looks like we're in the green here at the bottom. Okay. Minimize that. So I had what did I have before this installed? I had Linux Mint, and I decided to go lighter. Linux Mint worked perfectly fine, but it was as fast as Windows 11. I dual boot with this, and Windows 11 is pretty fast when it's tweaked, but I felt Linux needs to be faster, so that's why I went with Lubuntu. So with Lubuntu, they recommend a gigabyte or more is recommended to be comfortable. With Linux Mint, they recommend, I believe it's 4 gigs of RAM or more to be comfortable. So there is a difference of RAM requirements. And yes, Lubuntu does feel snappier, faster than Linux Mint. Not as fast as Chrome OS Flex, like I said, but hey, now I'm being picky. So system requirements for Lubuntu, 512 megabytes of RAM, that's really low. Pentium 4, Pentium M, AMD K8, newer PC. And yes, it appears to be working quite well. I'm not noticing any sputter or anything. On my end, everything seems to be quite zippy. So if you're looking for a lightweight Linux and maybe Chrome OS Flex is not for you, you may want to take a look at Lubuntu. This may be the best, next to Chrome OS Flex, the best lightweight Linux for beginners. I need to stress for beginners that uses the Ubuntu repositories. Easy to use, works quite well. As far as the software goes, we'll go to this real quick. In accessories, what did I install here? Rico Sound Recorder. Go to games, I left that the way it is. Graphics, didn't really do anything here. Internet, I installed Brave Browser and Google Chrome. Firefox is installed by default, but it's the slowest of the three. So I don't use Firefox that much anymore. Don't know why it's the slowest, but it is. Office, the usual LibreOffice suite, sound and video. Yeah, I installed Audacious, Easy Effects, Lollipop Music Player. That's what's playing now with Dad's music. Again, thanks, Dad. Love the name Lollipop. Lollipop, Lollipop, Lifesaver, never mind. OBS Studio I installed. I mentioned Rico. Rhythmbox I installed. Sound Recorder I installed. Probably don't need that one. VLC Media Player is installed by default, I believe. The quintessential media player for both Linux and Windows. Also install Sound Recorder just as a test from the App Store, and I'll show you that here in a moment. Alright. BleachBit I installed to clean up the system. Discover is the Package Manager Software Center. I installed GW Package Installer and nothing else here. Preferences, I don't think I added anything. Oh yes, I did install the Synaptic Package Manager. If you are a beginner, you don't need to use that. Just letting you know. I've just gotten used to it. About LXQT, there's Leave, Lock Screen, and the Search tabs. So let's go to Discover. Let me check here. Are we still in the green here? Yeah, looking good. Okay. So this is where, if you are a beginner, this is where you would install software. I still use the terminal to install. You don't have to, because I've gotten used to it. But this is Discover, and it's okay. I mean, it looks fine. It seems easy to use. You got some categories here on the left, such as games, graphics, multimedia. So overall, yeah, it's. I like the use of white space. Easy to read. I might have to install this one, Blanket. Listen to ambient sounds to help you fall asleep. So yeah, a search tab here. We can go back. If we go down at the bottom, click Install. This will have a list of what is installed, I would assume. And it appears to be accurate. There is support for snap packages. I don't mess too much with snaps or flatpaks in general. They tend to be, or tended to be, unpredictable whether they worked or not. Maybe they've gotten better. But yeah, there is support for snap packages. I don't think this had support for flatpaks. I had to enable that. Terminal commands and all that stuff. I will not bore you with that. And screen back, grab, screen saver, and so on. So overall, the Discover Software Center, I believe, is quite fine. Oh look, Florp is here. The weird sounding name web browser from Japan, I believe, is available. Interesting. I'll have to check it out. Tuba. Browse the Fediverse. Interesting. Anyway, I think you get the picture here. So, yeah, I may have to install Florp. Weird name, but it's a super fast web browser. One of the more private ones, from what I read. Check out Florp. See, that's what happens when I drink too much wine. I wind up on the Florp. Okay, I think you get the picture here. I clicked up to date and the refresh. Let's see if we're up to date as I drink some more coffee. I thought about doing a live stream for Christmas Eve, but I did not hear anything from you guys, so I guess I will not be live tonight. Hope you're spending time with friends and family. Alright, I don't feel like for it to fetch updates. Let's go home. Come on, Comcast, you're supposed to be the fastest. Well, this may not be Comcast's fault anyway. But you get the picture. Discover Software Center. I think it's quite easy to use. Let's see. I wanted to show you what I want. Oh, HTOP. Let's take a look at the RAM usage. All right, so it looks like so this machine, this gateway, has maxed out at 8 gigs of RAM installed. 2.2 gigs, which is about right doing this live stream. And like I said, it feels fine for an outdated machine. Exit out of that. If we go to OBS, let me try this. View stats. How does this look? Frames drop 0.1%. Yeah, not bad at all. When I had Linux on this, it was buffering. It was dropping more frames than what we see here. So Lubuntu on this older machine has definitely solved the problem. Yeah, quite well, I would say. All right, let me grab some more coffee here. All right, let me hang on one second. I will check the chat here in a moment, see if anybody dropped in. All right, looking good here. It looks like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Merry Christmas, my dear friend, my dear virtual friend. How are you? Nice of you to drop in this morning. I guess you're not working today, huh? I believe you do a lot of traveling for work, if I recall. Last we chatted, Kelly. Anyway, happy holidays and all that good stuff. Hoping you and your family are doing well. Yeah, I have to log into work a little bit later for today, shorter day, but yeah, I'm doing okay. Getting stuff ready for Christmas and all that. I got a new air fryer. I think I mentioned it last time. I got a new air fryer, and that's the best cooking. You know, less grease, less mess. It's great. So Kelly, what's new since we last chatted? You know, since Kelly's in the house, I may have to change the tune here. Let me see if I can find it. Ah, you're off today, and you have to work on Christmas? Oh no. All right, let me go back to my Lollipop music player here, and let me do this if I can find the song. Kelly, this one's for you. This is a song by my friend Jimmy Z from the Jimmy Z Trio out of Pittsburgh. The song is called Wine, Women, and Song. And I'm assuming it's a song he wrote, a love song to his wife. I need to ask him. But he wrote this song about 10 years ago and he recorded it. Anyway, Kelly, this song's for you. Wishing you lots of wine and happiness and all that good stuff. So let me play this. All right. Wine, women, and song. Hello, Quails. I'll keep an eye on the chat as the song plays. Again, it's Wine, Women, and Song.
You can say what you will about what gives you a thrill. Diamonds and furs are some of the lures. Maybe a trip to Hong Kong.
And Quails, Merry Christmas.
But for me, you see, a necessity is wine.
Hello, Joseph.
Women and song. Wine, women, and song. That's the only club where I care to belong. You can take all the rest, but just leave me the best. Wine, women, and song. Some may crave power, count their money every hour, do silly things just to belong. The key for me to a happy legacy is wine, women, and song. Wine, women, and song. That's the only club where I care to belong. You can take all the rest and just leave me the best. Wine, women, and song.
Anyway, I like that song, Kelly. Wine, women, and song. Yes. The best combination, right? Alright, so Joseph got a good deal on a Dell Latitude with i5, 16 gigs of RAM, got Lubuntu. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was planning to getting a new computer. I'm due after everything. Well, when was the last time I bought a new computer? Like 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago. But since my son blew the engine on his car this past summer, kids. No computer, boo-hoo. Vincenzo is in the house, my dear friend Vincenzo. How are you? It's been a while. As Joseph said, Merry Christmas to Australia. What's new, Vincenzo? How are you? We're just getting in the mood here with the song Wine, Women, and Song.
Wine, women, and song.
Of course, it's me. It's Wine, Women, and Linux.
That's the
right, Vince?
only club where I care to belong. You can take all the rest, but just leave me the best. Wine, women, and song.
Vincenzo says, ready for this year to be over. Vince, I am with you. This has been a rough year, too. You may have heard, I mentioned before, my son blew the engine on his car this past summer. He drove with a bad water pump. He's okay and all that, but kids. Then his mom got sick. She's been on sick leave from work, so he had to drop out of college, take care of her, and such is life. C'est la vie. But overall, personally, I'm okay. But I'm with you, Vince. I'm ready for the year to be over. Let us pray. Anyway,
Mater D, another bottle of wine, please.
hope all is well with you and your family, Vince. They are in Australia. Vince, you came in late, so here's a quick joke. Police were chasing a Walmart shoplifter. He was wearing boxer shorts. It was a brief chase. Bada bing! I just love silly dad jokes like that. Anyway, Joseph is on a diet. He purged snaps from Lubuntu and have flat packs. Wait a minute, you went from snaps to flat packs? Okay, whatever works. That's fine. I guess Kelly likes the joke. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. Kelly, did you know that tall men sleep longer in bed? I like to start my day with some coffee and jokes. Duh. Joseph says snaps are proprietary garbage. Okay, if you say so. I mean, I use the occasional snap and flat pack. Generally, I stay away from both, but the best system, the best Linux is the one that works for you. That's probably the most diplomatic way to say it, right? So, yeah, like on this older gateway, I had Chrome OS Flex, the fastest Linux on the planet, hands down, but no Android support. So I got rid of it. Of course, Chromebooks do it all with Android. Had Linux Mint, a little bit on the sputtery side for this now 12-year-old computer. Installed the Lubuntu, and everything is smooth sailing. It would appear. No sputtering. Yeah, so. LXQT, advanced, easy to use, and fast desktop environment based on Qt technologies. Well, I just tested it, and it's true. Yeah, this is close to the speed of Chrome OS Flex. Not quite. Chrome OS is still the champ, but it's good. It's good. You're looking for lightweight Linux to revive a dinosaur machine. Besides Chrome OS Flex, definitely take a look at Lubuntu. Alright, so Kelly says you're not fond of snaps either. I need to wear my new glasses. I don't know why I got these old ones on. It's hard to read here. Okay. Use them sometimes if I have to. I would rather use Flatpak or Deb. Okay. Yeah, I usually stick with Deb, or Susan, or Sylvia, or Mary. No, I'm just kidding, just kidding. Antix or MX Linux is also good for old machines. Okay, sounds good to me. Let me turn on my phone and see if I got any messages this morning from Italia. So Joseph says in terms of speed, KDE, Budgie, Gnome, Cinnamon. Well, in terms of speed, Chrome OS is number one. In terms of pure speed, I have not tried KDE, Budgie. KDE, Budgie. Is there a KDE, or just KDE? Gnome's got to be the slowest. Yeah, I would say. So Vince, have you picked up any new tech toys
That's the only
this year?
where I care to belong. You can take all
It's yeah, Kelly. Yes, Gnome is slow. It is.
wine, women, and song. Some may crave power.
You know, speaking of work, Kelly, I was driving to work the other day and I got a flat tire.
Silly thing
There was a fork in the road. Yeah, I was shopping at Walmart, as you know, and some dude threw a jar of mayonnaise at me. I'm like, dude, what the hell, man? La da da dee 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 dee.
That's the only club
I got an alcoholic friend of mine at law school, but he couldn't pass the bar.
take all the rest.
Literally, he could not pass up the bar. Okay, enough with the jokes. MX Linux is too overrated. Do I have MX Linux installed? Yeah, I do, because there's 32-bit support. I have it installed on two of my older ThinkPads. I don't use them, but they work. So, are they overrated? I haven't tested them enough, but they seem to work. Last time I messed with those, yeah. So, I would say they're okay. Ah, you have MX 32-bit on the netbook, Kelly. Okay. A psycho woman climbed on a power pole power station in Salt Lake City and caused... Ugh. Okay. That's not fun. Yeah, there aren't too many 32-bit Linuxes out there in the world. Are there anymore? MX is one of them. I believe Antix is another one. Maybe a few others.
Only club where I care to belong. You can take all the rest, but just leave me the best.
Oh, that's right. Yes, yes, Peppermint Classic, Kelly. I forgot about Peppermint. That's right.
Jefferson said it.
Yeah, I was shopping for computers, and I might have to wait till after tax time. So I wanted to get something faster, something that renders videos faster. You know, like if I'm rendering a 10-minute video, it takes like, I don't know, 15 minutes or more, or 20 minutes. Too slow. I thought about getting like an AMD 7, something with an AMD 7, but then I thought maybe I want a Threadripper. Yeah, it sounds like a movie. Threadripper versus Godzilla. The Threadripper. See Godzilla ripped to shreds. But no, I don't know. I'm going to have to do some more shopping. Yeah, do some more shopping. By the way, thank you for all of your contributions to the channel through PayPal. It is greatly appreciated as always. Steve Gunner is in the house. Merry Christmas to you. Well, I hope X11 is not on their way out because Wayland still does not work. Yeah, more desktops are getting Wayland. That's true, but the last time I tested Wayland, Yeah, it's not quite there yet. Not ready for prime time. I love Keurig machines, coffee machines. They're the best, you know, for a quick cup of coffee or two. All right. Yeah, Kelly, I agree. Whale is a little bit too buggy for me too, and it's just not there yet. I think the last time I tried Wayland, something it felt slower, and I think OBS didn't work or something didn't work. I forget what it was. Yeah, I can't remember. If I could get specific apps in the Chromebook to work, or what they call the Chromebox, if I could get if there was comparable software to Chromebook, like Kden Live Chromebook version, OBS Studio Chromebook version, and a few others, I would probably just use a Chromebook, because they are the Hey Vincenzo, who's the comic here, me or you? He says Threadripper, a seamstress tale. Let's see, where's my pen and paper? That's 1 point. Actually, that's 5. I'll give 5 points for Vince and 2 points for me. Good one, Threadripper. Like I said, it sounds like a movie, right? Threadripper versus Godzilla. That was a good one, Vince. I like it. See, Vince is in a good mood because the seasons there are flipped. Here it's winter, there it's summer, so Vincenzo's in a good mood, you know, with the jokes here. I like it. Threadripper, a seamstress tale. Love you, Vince. I say hello to the family from Ohio, from Dean Martin Country. Yes, everybody loves some Linux sometime. La da da dee dee. You know the funny thing about living here, Vince? The birthplace of the king of entertainment, right? Dean Martin. And we have literally no cinemas, no theaters. They all shut down during COVID, never reopened. That's our politics. Anyway. So it looks like Steve wants to get in shape. Steve Gunner wants to get in shape. Threadripper, take Rambo Core Extreme workout. Is that a workout? Yeah, you got to pump the weights there, Adrian. Yeah, pump the weights. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, I got a message. Oh, it's my friend Tiffany, my friends Tiffany and Cheryl. Oh, Merry Christmas to them too. Anyway, yeah, if I could have a dream machine, Vincenzo, something like a Threadripper or anything comparable, something where, like, if say I want to edit a 20-minute or 15-minute video, right? Say I want to do the editing of that, okay, I want it rendered in like 3 minutes, you know, 5 minutes tops. That would be my dream machine, something that's super fast rendering. Because I need more power. Yes, Mr. Schwarzenegger, do you need... I need more power. That never gets old, does it? Australia's got power. Vincenzo got more power. Anyway. All right, Joseph. Take care, my friend. Happy holidays. Stay safe. Drive carefully. A lot of crazy drivers out there. You know, we have people here who don't even know how to freaking park around the holidays. They make up parking spaces. Seriously. Anyway. Vince, what is Christmas like in Australia? Is it a madhouse too, like here in the States? Oh, Vince. In some places, a thread ripper would get you arrested for indecent assault. I suppose so. Yeah. Of course, with us guys, I think the only time we rip our threads is when it's right after eating Taco Bell. No, I'm just kidding. I like Taco Bell. All right, I'll stick around for a little bit longer. So I think my dryer stopped here in the next room. Get the stuff out to start my day. So, well, I started the show talking about Lubuntu. Oh, pretty low key there. Hanging with the family. Okay, so anyway, as I said earlier when I started, yeah, like I said, I had Linux on this gateway machine. Felt a little slow with Linux Mint and installed Lubuntu. It seems a little faster. Even the rendering, Kingdom Live rendering on this machine felt a little bit faster. There's only so much you can do with now a 12-year-old PC and no dedicated graphics. But it works. I dual boot this machine with 2 SSDs with a tweaked Windows 11 that runs surprisingly well, I must say. My friend Slim Man just sent a joke here. Hang on, Vince. Our singer friend Slim Man, he says, Happy holiday, Slim Stones. I gave my sweetheart a prosthetic leg for Christmas. It's not her main gift, it's just a stocking stuffer. Okay. Little humor from Palm Springs. Anyway. And all right, Kelly. Yes, you must spend time with mom. You have to do the right thing, of course. Mama's the number one. Hey, to me, ladies are number one, as you well know. But yes, spend time with mom. Say hi to mom from Ohio. Tell her everybody loves somebody sometime. I can't sing, I know, but I live here in town where Dean Martin was born, so I got a little bit of a Dean Martin in me. Everybody falls in love somehow. Mamas are number one in the world. Anyway. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Lubuntu Linux. So this is my first Lubuntu Linux Christmas, because why not? And with you guys, and I'm glad you guys popped in. I wasn't expecting anybody this morning, but very happy for you to be here. All right, we have somebody else joined in the chat, so I'll stick around for another minute. Or this is it Tech Boy? Hello, Tech Boy. You abandoned Windows, now run Linux. Microsoft peaked with Windows 7. Windows 7 was good. Well, Windows 11 is pretty good. Like I said, I installed this on this machine from 2013, and it runs faster than some Linux. So I think Linux, putting aside the politics, Windows versus Linux, I think Windows 11 is pretty darn good. At least for me. Although I don't use Windows that much anymore, so. But Windows 11 is what Windows 10 should have been. All right, is there anything else before we wrap this up for this morning? I want to thank everybody for joining in here. Of course, Vincenzo, Joseph, Steve, Kelly, of course. Yeah, Vince says, if you want fast video encoding, excuse me, the answer is simple. Get a used M1 MacBook Air. Yeah, the M chips, Vince, from what I've heard, seem to have performed quite well. I think new they start at about $1,000, I think. But you can get them refurbished for less. I actually thought about that. Yeah, I thought about it. But I'm so used to Windows, in Linux, I'm not sure I would. I suppose I would get used to a Mac. I'd have to think about that, Vince. That's actually food for thought, as the saying goes. I'll have to think about that. The only thing with the MacBook, if I wanted to dual boot, I don't know. Can I dual boot Linux? With an external SSD, USB powered on a MacBook? I've never had a Mac, so I don't know. But can I? So the question is, can I boot Linux external USB powered SSD on a Mac? Ah, Kelly, you have one. Super fast M1 Mac. Okay. Refurbished M1 should be $300-$400. Okay. No, don't dual boot. So the Mac is not capable of dual booting with an external SSD? Okay. Yeah, that would probably be a deal breaker, because if I had the MacBook, I would be doing everything from a Mac, which I'm sure would work fine. But at least with Windows, I have the flexibility with dual booting with an external SSD. Simon is in the house. Hello, Merry Christmas to you, my friend. I know it's been a while. I'll still take a look at the MacBook, Vince. If they're only $300-$400, I may still take a look at it. Although I suppose I could wipe off the Mac OS and install Linux on the machine, right? But would that affect the rendering process? I don't know. I've never done it. Tech Boy says should be able to upgrade your laptop with terabyte S. So you upgraded your MacBook? Is that what you're trying to say? Maxed out with 16 gigs of RAM. Yeah, if you're going to do video editing, I don't think 8 gigs would be enough. Or just barely enough, right? For video rendering. 16 gigs should be fine. So, Signor Rizzo, how have you been? It has been a while. Let me open up NeoFetch here. I'll show you this in a second. If I can spell. Okay, I think we're good here. So let me transition here. Let me get out OBS, get out of this. So, yeah, what we have here is Lubuntu 24.4.1. And this is, like I said, a gateway. The CPU is an AMD A6 5200 APU, 2.0 gigahertz, and a HD 8400 Radeon from around 2013. And that's why the rendering process is just way too slow. So, yeah. Okay. Okay, Simon. Yes, match the streams, but catch the vids. Okay, that's cool. Okay, I need to start my day here in Ohio. At least we don't have any snowstorms here. Although I probably wouldn't mind some snow tonight at Christmas Eve. I like to go walking in the snow. It's so peaceful. There's something about nighttime snow. Is it just me? It's just the world seems more peaceful. Maybe it's just the fantasy thing. I don't know. But anyway, I kind of wish we would get some snow here for this evening, for Christmas Eve. Anyway. All right, if there's nothing else, I think I will wrap this up for this evening. Everyone here also have a great day. Merry Christmas to you, Kelly, and everyone here and everyone else who has stuck around with this little journey of ours for 14 years now. Has it been 14 years? Yeah, I started this back in 2010. Wow. Yeah. Soon to be 15 years. My goodness. Yeah. Yeah, yes, Simon. Massive hugs to all of you, too. Good way to end this. Many hugs to you. Okay. As I said, be safe out there. Enjoy. Keep in touch. You guys know how to reach me. And, yeah, I'll be on again sometime. Don't know when. Maybe I'll be on with my new Threadripper. Still like that term. Threadripper. Right, Vince? Hey, Toss is on. Oh, yeah, he's talking about a Threadripper versus Godzilla. By the way, they're going to make another Godzilla movie. Yeah, I think they're working on it now. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, on that note, Godzilla and Christmas, there's a combo there. All right, before the show goes off the rails, that's all I have for this one. Buon Natale, as we say in Italian. Merry Christmas. Buon Capodanno. Happy New Year. Enjoy your wine, cannolis, cheesecake, whatever you do. And I'll catch you on the next one. As my friend Slim Man would say, it's all about the love. Love to all of you. Arrivederci.